Official. We're live.
It's on.
That was good.
It's because we're good, Eric.
That's what I was thinking.
So how you doing today?
I'm spectacular today. Today it's lovely in Vancouver. The sun has been shining for the third time this year. Okay, I don't mean just
The crazy people are out.
the joyous people, we'll call them. I think they're just elated that they have sunshine.
You're in Vancouver.
Yeah, but
Like, remember I told you the Jesse look-alike? Guy was dancing in the middle of the street.
Jesse's my brother, and he dances like this man that was dancing in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Well, it is. Here in Vancouver, we don't get, or we haven't been receiving a whole lot of great weather. Everywhere else in Canada has been having very warm temperatures, and here we've broken 20 like five times maybe.
Yeah, it was just as warm in January, I think. It was 11 degrees the other day.
That's the thing, it's pretty consistent. So when January, everywhere else it's freezing, here we're doing pretty good. So it's just consistently good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's consistently good.
No, I know. Fair enough.
It's never just off the charts great. Well, it is today.
But
It does get 2 months of the year incredible.
yeah,
I gotta say,
2 months.
2 months. It's maybe the best weather that you can find.
Yeah, like right now. Today.
Yeah, you can do anything. You don't have to have clothes on. You can have clothes on.
Dance in the streets.
Dance in the streets. This man today, I didn't mention this to you yet, and he just got over to the place, but it was 2 in the afternoon, 2:30. I was walking up the alleyway here, and this man was rocked out of his mind. Couldn't even make it up. There's speed bumps in our alleyway to make sure that people aren't flying through them, and he was going right and left, maybe 10 steps, and he's holding a can in his left hand. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, are you okay, man? Like, are you gonna do all right?" He did without hesitation, "I'm great, and I'm shit-faced," and that was it. And he's like, "I got 2 blocks to go. Don't need any help." And he could barely get up these bumps, right? I thought,
drunk bump.
and drunk bumps. It's Thursday. It's payday, I guess. Maybe he got his check, and he was just going. He's holding a Wildcat,
Nice.
Labatt Wildcat,
This guy loves the party.
in his left hand. But after I asked him if he needed help, he said two blocks, and he looked like he was going to go down. And I was pretty sure that I should follow him, so I stopped and I watched, and I could see him really trying hard to keep himself upright and going. So I figure he did himself well.
He's got a good little afternoon ahead of him.
Yeah, I think he was shutting her down. I think that was it. I think he got off where he's
been up for a day already.
Maybe that as well.
His night's just ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That could be the case. So there's been a lot going on in the news, hasn't there? Today, you and I were tweeting back and forth quite a lot. Maybe even more in the emails. But I just feel like there's a lot going on.
Yeah, that golfer.
The golfer in Detroit, that was a really, really cool video for a number of reasons.
How many holes did he golf?
It was only 1 hole.
Oh, but it was just across the whole city.
Yeah, it was across the city, the span of the city of Detroit. So this journalist or a writer, he's won a Pulitzer Prize, Charlie LeDuff.
Yeah, it's a
He started on 8 Mile, and he golfed all the way to Gross Island, and then he finished at an actual golf course hole. And it's pretty.
Yeah.
It was a par 2,650
That's
something, but he finished it in 1,800, and yeah, he did well, considering. But
wouldn't you get arrested for that?
No, he talks to cops the whole time. It's more of the piece isn't just about he's golfing through the city.
No, I know.
It's about the fact that Detroit is
a metaphor.
vacant, and he says What other city in the world do you have this much space to actually fully swing a golf club all the way through it? And he does. He's
I know.
And a lot of it talks like the suburbs. Downtown Detroit, maybe not as noticeable, but the suburbs are just killed. Like the city, the defaulted homes, nobody's been cutting the grass on them. It's just
just a field.
It's shocking. Yeah, the grass is up here. There's just the buildings are falling over. He's hitting golf balls through them, so it's kind of it's pretty humorous.
Trespassing.
But yeah. But it's a good human piece, and it talks a lot about the city, and it talks a lot about the history. They go through the famous factory there, and he's just chomping right through it. He talks to the cops. Then they go back to the studio, just like it's a golf show, and then the sports guy is talking about him. Then they go to do the weather check, and then they go back to him. It's pretty good. It's We'll tweet it out tomorrow because it's a really, really good video.
Yeah, heart wrencher.
Yeah. So that was
sucks. Detroit used to be just the scene back in the day. Back in the 50s of the music and the cars.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at a chart. It was the most important cities to the United States based on their output. So for economic impact, and Detroit's dropped an astonishing number in rankings. It's like 30 spots or something, and it was well up there as top 5, right? But yeah, it's
Motown music came out of there.
Yeah, that doesn't die, but it's definitely sad and it's hurting. And I'm sure you got people in Memphis and people down in New Orleans that can probably look at the situation and pretty much put themselves in their shoes too. It's very similar. There's some struggling cities down there, but it was a funny piece nonetheless, and it was eye-opening too.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know what he's won his
Charlie
awards
LaDuff.
for, but Charlie LaDuff, yeah, it's really good. Look it up because I recommend it after you recommended it to me. But it was.
I didn't watch the video. I just read the article.
Yeah, well, just the idea itself is pretty cool because I've always liked golfing in urban settings.
Yes, urban golfing.
Urban golfing could be a sport.
Yeah.
Like maybe it kind of is, but
it's underground.
It's underground. Nighttime?
Underground urban golfing league.
Well,
we could start it.
Would you play it at night or would you play it during the day?
Neon balls at night.
Yeah, so glowing balls.
Yes.
We have these. I golf at night sometimes.
I'm aware.
It's a good time actually,
Yeah.
but I don't know. In Vancouver, would definitely not go. They are the least probable to enjoy such a sport. But I mean, maybe we can slide an urban golf night in there sometime soon. Just
no, not with my slice. Be breaking windows.
But maybe that's how you got to correct it, by putting the pressure on yourself, knowing that there could be a handsome bill. Maybe some.
I'm not gay.
Ooh. Boom.
I saw.
And your uncle's Bob.
It's so funny on West 4th there. There's this wall that they're doing construction and it says post no bills. And someone cut out different pictures of different bills and stuck it right in the middle of the don't post bills.
Oh, nice. Where was this that you saw?
It's like near Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
There's like a Bill Cosby, just like picture of him, like Bill Murray.
That's
he
pretty
was on
good.
there. It was good.
Just faces?
Yeah, just like headshots.
Okay.
That's clever.
That is clever.
Yeah.
I wonder if I saw anything clever today. Maybe not as clever as that, but I did. I I guess I did speak to my friends down south. It is their American holiday, right? We just had our Canadian. We're about a day off, but they're celebrating, right? So what's the stereotype that you have of American Independence Day? Like, how do you envision them being
fireworks and barbecue?
Yeah,
but that's what I did.
That's what we do too, right?
I gave my niece some sparklers.
Mm-hmm.
Just love them.
Oh yeah. Well,
she's kind of
how old
scared
is she?
at first. She's 2.
Okay, cool.
But no, we take the sparklers on the end of a stick.
Mm.
And she didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
so
but
she
you
just
probably
kind of held it out and bounced at the knees.
Well, that's kind of what you do with sparklers, anyways.
Yeah, I guess. Or the twirl.
You can twirl them.
Yeah.
Was it nighttime?
We had 3 packs. 1 was in the day. The other 2 at night.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting Chinese.
Well, I think it was
the
her
day ones.
Yeah, it was
They're
her
like
first
the
time, so
fireworks.
she didn't know what to do. She was scared at first, but she wanted it.
What?
But yeah, no, I don't know. They probably just run around the house yelling America and like shine their guns. That's the American thing to do. Right? Going to shoot.
There is some gun slinging for sure. I saw multiple pictures on my Facebook of my buddies shooting guns. Yeah. And these are city boys. They're not.
A guy got hit with a falling
Alabama.
bullet.
Pardon me?
Someone was like, "Yeah, America!" and shooting off like that, and a bullet fell and hit him. He was just in a crowd.
Oh.
Yeah. So I always wondered if that happened. And
yeah, how that works.
I betcha the rate goes up around the 4th of July.
Of miscellaneous bullet wounds.
You think people really like start shooting guns off like those old Western cartoons?
Maybe during the fire in certain cities in the south.
You could probably get away with it.
There's a lot of it going on.
And you could probably get away with it in the city while fireworks are going.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you know if there's a city where you got?
Yeah. There's a crowd watching fireworks on like a
You're
TV.
like,
You got shot.
And shot 2 miles away. Yeah. Well,
they got to come down, right?
They eventually need to come down.
That's
You're right.
gravity.
Gravity's a bitch.
Yeah.
I guess when you're in that man's shoes.
And we might be able to explain gravity now.
Maybe. That's a big one.
The possibilities are huge.
Maybe.
With the CERN.
Yeah.
The Higgs boson.
Yeah, this is some. I think it's maybe more fascinating because science is kind of front and center right now. A lot of people who, because they're pushing the envelope with a lot of things right now. Technology is very sciencey, and sending the first non-NASA organized shuttle to the space station.
Making a lot of firsts, that's for sure.
People talking about connecting with asteroids and mining them. I mean, there's a lot of...
Moving to Mars and having a one-way trip to Mars and live your life out there.
Yeah.
On a reality show or just being videotaped the whole time.
I think this is all a very interesting and cool push. Maybe... Or is it just because we're into this and we notice it? I don't know.
Well, it's probably a little of both.
How do we find out otherwise?
Well, look at the trending on Twitter. It was all science stuff.
Yeah?
For the most part.
Okay.
Yeah. I took a picture of it because I was like, this is awesome.
Really? What? So give me some...
Hashtag LHC. Hashtag CERN.
Okay.
People are obviously into it.
Cool. That
cost $10 billion to get that thing going, eh?
Yeah,
and what I always wonder is who designed that in their mind, like
that's
how
crazy.
Big it is, and like you see the pictures of it where it's just I don't even know what that is. It looks like a time warp hole, but
it really does. It's
but
out of this world.
That came from someone's imagination. Like just look at that picture and think, how the fuck did you get that? Like. Really?
So what you're talking about is where they smash the atoms together, because that's what they do at this
in Geneva. Actually, it goes through a bunch of countries.
It's massive.
It's huge.
And they at hyper speed
just under the speed of light.
Yeah, smash these atoms together.
Yes,
and then so they take it. They try to create a situation where there's a whole bunch of energy, and then they kind of just create
They watch for
different
particles
matter
that are made out of it
Yeah.
for that fraction of a split of a fraction of a second.
Yes.
They don't exist too long. But that's interesting too, because
But it burns 24 hours a day. This machine.
That's really
24 hours a day. Well, that's why they're finally. They've just been collecting data for a year now, so that's why they're finally able to start saying yes or no to things, because you can imagine the amount of data that's sitting there, but they have to figure out how to use it, because it's not worth anything if you can't.
They have to prove it.
If you can't decipher what the data means. So they're doing all these different experiments to prove one way or another, and then after so many instances of one way or another, they can prove a theory wrong or right.
Yeah.
And that's what they've been doing for a year, and who knows? I mean, this is the tip of the iceberg, really, I believe.
Imagine at the press conference if they played a joke on everyone and said they recreated the Big Bang and the universe is gonna suck itself in on itself.
That would how.
Because remember, people thought that was gonna happen.
So what do you think?
People thought that that's what they were working on.
Oh,
recreating the Big Bang.
I didn't know this.
Oh no.
No.
Wow, it's funny. It's yeah, a lot of just people just don't understand anything what they're doing and don't bother to look it up.
No.
They're just like, oh, it's gonna cause a ripple in the universe. I'll tell you, I read it somewhere. Someone read it somewhere.
The Farmer's Almanac told me so. What? Okay, so let's go with that. If hypothetically they came out and said that, what would everybody be doing?
Throwing chairs?
Do you think they would, or do you think they would just say no, that's not true?
Yeah, you're right.
Do you think people would believe
They're
it?
They're scientists. They know that shit's not true.
Yeah,
there was a room full of scientists. It wasn't a room full of yokels.
Yeah. That would be.
But I guess that's probably just like news stories being told to you.
Well, it makes for some scientific drama, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Have you met anybody that just still doesn't believe it, doesn't like it, doesn't like even hearing about it?
I don't really talk too much physics with too many people.
Oh. Okay.
But no, I haven't.
Okay.
So everyone agrees with me.
Everybody thinks it's cool.
Yeah. Why do you?
I was talking with an engineering buddy, and he thinks it's cool. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but he was also a bit iffy if the data actually proves it or not. Although I think was just one of those people that likes to maybe go against the grain a little bit, just for the sake of going against the grain. Because what I understand, it's pretty conclusive.
Yeah.
For anybody that really knows it to maybe
to
suggest otherwise, that's fine. But for somebody that, well,
maybe he built a small hadron collider somewhere in his mom's basement.
He could. He's a very smart man. From what I can see, anyways, he looks like a smart man, so he must be a smart man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read in the paper the comments, and like a lot of people are like, who cares?
Yeah.
What a waste of money.
Really? People say that.
Yeah. I can't believe my tax dollars are going to this.
Jesus, people. What would they rather them go to?
I don't know.
What do you think? Maybe
speeding up the healthcare system.
So things for here and now. Never think about like where we came from or the future or what we are. Just exist, kind of.
There's some people out there, Eric, that don't want to be progressive. Just kind of want things to stay the same.
But that doesn't make any sense to me.
I know, because you're not like
because
that.
Your parents before you were obviously, always working towards something for you.
Yeah.
And things are changing, and I don't think if you lived in your parents' era, you'd want things to stay that way because it's just human nature to try to improve your situation, your standing.
Yeah. But some people get comfortable and like the comfortable and don't need.
That's fine. I'm okay with that, but I still think they need to understand the need to continue to push that. even if they don't care about it. Yeah, I don't care about it. They can do it, but I don't think it should be a situation where you would suggest that tax dollars are wasted on it.
To be fair, a couple of them in the same comments also talked about, I don't need to spend this much money on it. I can explain it all for free. It's God. Like that.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're wasting your money. It's God created all this. And
so but that's then assuming that they're right about everything and everybody else's beliefs are wrong.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Hey,
everybody
has to say.
has a say, and I guess we smash atoms on the side. Just try to. What are you doing this weekend? Smashing atoms. That's it.
Gonna run the particle smasher for a bit.
Yeah. Check out some data. That building has to be the high. Do you think that building has the? Well, who knows? Collectively,
It's underground. It's very far underground.
For the number of people there, the highest IQ. Here's a question for you: where, with more than 500 people in one place, has collectively the highest IQ? Do you believe? Do you think
Silicon Valley?
You think Silicon Valley in the world?
Probably.
Okay.
What do you think? Or unless maybe somewhere in China where there's 2 billion people in a city.
No, well, but then
And just by sheer numbers, you're gonna have.
you're not, because then by sheer numbers you're going to have it diluted. There would have to be constant. I see what you mean. If they took the percentage of them and then put them all in one building, then yeah, you would get it, I guess. But I'm thinking, I see what you're saying. If there was an elite school in China and you went through and handpicked all the people,
university or college.
Yeah, I think those are mainly here though in the U.S. and they come over here.
I was watching a thing they're talking about how there's going to be other Silicon Valleys popping up around the world, like China, because the U.S.'s visa restrictions, which ties into that
blue, the blue sea.
So they're kind of losing a lot of intellectual power because they're all just going back home.
Yeah, you know what? They're losing some. I think. I don't think they're at the point where they'll lose a lot because the United States is still just so attractive for them to want to live in that they'll get the best. But they're definitely going to lose some until they can figure out a way to handpick these people or allow them in with
give them a different type of visa.
Give them a different type of visa than what they would give other people because I'm sure
that's
the problem.
Yeah, well, the argument is they take their jobs, right? But there's not a lot of Americans going to get their PhDs, right?
Yeah, the brain drain is what they're kind of seeking.
Well, yeah, it was Michio Kaku talking about it.
Yeah.
And he was actually furious over it. He was so angry.
Who is that?
Michio Kaku, he's a quantum physicist. He's like a little Asian guy with the gray hair. He's really cool. He's on all the science shows, Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
He's one of the scientists that talks to the camera.
Okay.
And knows how to talk to people.
Okay, so he's a popular for that.
Yeah. He's a figurehead for this.
It's kind of like community. Our David Suzuki.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Or Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, that man's a beauty.
Yeah.
Okay, so what?
But I was just saying because of the visa, a lot of smart people that are going to push the new industries are leaving, and those industries are going to pop up in other countries.
Yeah, they very well could. Hopefully here.
Because you got to think, all this technology, something's going to change very soon.
Everything's going to change, always, and fast.
It's going to happen. It's only going to happen faster and faster, which is crazy. Crazy to think about it.
Okay, I have
5 years ago, the first iPhone was out. Now, can you even buy flip phones or?
And an iPhone. I got two things. Remind me of the. Okay, iPhones. Somebody posted where even people who don't have jobs, collect unemployment, they have iPhones. Like everybody has iPhones, right? So when does it become not cool to have an iPhone? Will it? Because it's diluted? I think it has to.
I think it will. Actually, I think I was thinking about that the other day, yeah. the anti-smartphone.
I mean, they'll have to charge
because
even
you know how
more.
like record players are coming back.
Yeah.
It's I got this retro flip phone. Like how cool is it to pop it open and talk?
Yeah.
Or mic phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. My phone is a part walkie-talkie.
Who you walkie-talkieing? Just old Benjamin over in China.
He's in the treehouse.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Or will they just continue to hike the price up, and so it's just seems much more elite? I don't know. I don't think they can.
I don't think. I think there's gonna be something completely new other than phones, actually.
Yeah. Projected images from something that's on you.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to like paint something on your hand. Hello?
Yeah.
I think there's spray paint solar panels now too.
Yeah, something along those lines. I remember having a conversation with my brother probably 10 years ago, and he was talking about television screens then, and he's an engineer. He's pretty smart, and he's a forward thinker. But he was always telling me, we're right around the corner of the era where television screens, all you'll do is just like a poster. You'll roll them out on your wall. It'll be like a really thin, and it'll just be that's it. It's not far off. I mean,
no, it's not.
I mean, something like screen? That. It's the same, and they already have flexible touch screens and things like that where you can bend them to.
Your wallpaper could just be a big TV.
Okay, there was another technological tidbit I wanted to cover. I was discussing this with my friend who's a good athlete. The gentleman from South Africa. Did you hear about this man? He's in the sprinting. He's a runner. I don't know if he's in the 4x.
Clarify a little bit more on
4x100
sprinting Africans.
South. He's in the Olympics coming. He's in the Olympics. He's made the squad. He doesn't have legs. He has.
Those little like. Are they those?
They look like hooks,
like,
but I believe they're made of fiberglass, and they're just basically spring loaded.
Yeah.
And he's made the Olympics. Now, at what? My friend believes that he should not be in the Olympics. He says put him in the Paralympics.
Special Olympics, yeah.
Not special.
Paralympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
It's okay. Well, it's special too, but all Olympics are special. It's just unfortunately one of them has been given the name special, which I don't know about that, but they did.
Yeah.
So, do you think that he should be able to?
No, I don't think so.
What if it was regulated so that they could figure out there's a certain point that these legs are helping him too much?
I think. Can he run faster? Or?
He definitely runs fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's this very tough topic.
Yeah.
Because you feel for him because he's done all this. He's obviously gone through something terrible, unless he cut his own legs off out of sheer boredom. I mean, he's probably been traumatic, whatever he's gone through.
Shark attack.
He's had to battle through it.
There's tons of great whites down there.
So you think he was a surfer?
I don't know.
Let's say he was. He was surfing. He was attacked by a great white. Lost both his legs. 16 years old, doesn't know what to do with the rest of his life. Gets some weird legs and kind of works him out. Then all of a sudden, technology takes off. Now this guy's running in the Olympics. He was always a good athlete. He's a great athlete now. You gotta love that story. However,
rules is rules, right?
There was another.
Is there rules on that? Yeah.
There was. I remember maybe it was the Beijing Olympics. There was a man who was trying to qualify, and there was a big discussion about it, and I think the ruling came down that he wouldn't be allowed, but he didn't qualify anyways. Or maybe it was vice versa. They said okay, but he didn't end up qualifying. It might have even been the same guy. I don't know. But I remember it was a topic then. Maybe when they realized that people who are getting prosthetic limbs are getting close to this, they started regulating it, and they would look into only certain help because strap some rockets on there.
Yeah, the other side of the equation is these other guys have been training their whole lives too, right?
Yeah.
And they're more on the same competitive level with each other. And then you got one like.
Well, just because they lost their legs does not mean that he wasn't a runner before. Maybe he was a
No,
great
I
runner.
know, but you're right. He doesn't want to compete in the Paralympics.
So come on, Mike. Just don't you want to run in the Paralympics and make this easier for everyone?
Well,
I don't know.
Is this the first time it's ever happened?
This is first.
Oh.
Yeah, this will be the first. I say he goes in high jump and just that guy spring like 20 meters. No one's jumping that. What do you call that? The old scissor? No, there's another
Superman.
No, what's the flop one? Flanny flop or whatever.
I was never good at high jump.
No?
Shot put.
Shot put. You're more of a shot put kind of category.
Yeah. Made it to offset. Grade 8.
There we go. You're offset grade 8.
Yeah. Ontario finals.
That's pretty impressive.
I
What'd you
lost in the offset.
get? Oh.
I got like 7th out of 8. But I was going up against kids who should have been in high school by then.
Yeah.
And they had like mustaches. And
Yeah.
I didn't feel too
Some
bad.
Greco-Roman boy.
Yeah.
What are you doing in my town? Well, this is what I think. I think they should just say no restrictions, and they should make a whole new Olympics. They should have
Hyper Olympics.
Yeah, they've already talked and joked about this, like with the drugs.
Cyborgs.
That's what I mean. People would watch this. Just let people hook things up to themselves.
It's a reality show.
Oh yeah, rockets, anything goes, anything. But you're putting. It would be how cool would that
Gotta
be?
sign a waiver.
Oh yeah,
Waive your rights. To
definitely a waiver. It does maybe just one page. You don't have to get crazy about it. It's pretty obvious. If you enter, you're entering at your own risk, and whatever you decide to do to yourself, if you harm someone else or yourself, then
What would you do to yourself?
I would put. I would maybe try to
Steroids first. Foremost.
steroids 100%. But I
need
would
to get juice before I do this.
yeah. I don't know if my body weight wouldn't really work. What's the average weight of a cheetah, do you think? Probably much less than me.
Probably like maybe 90 pounds, 80 pounds.
Yeah, so that wouldn't work.
What? Implant cheetah legs on you, Eric? Is this what you're thinking?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that would work.
But you
I don't
never
know. I don't know if the legs would take.
That's what I mean.
Or I don't think it could support.
You'd have to, some of our body size would have to go for something different. But could you imagine? Just think what people would do.
You'd be better off with ostrich legs.
Eric the ostrich wins again.
100-meter dash. Guys just flying through it.
Holy jumping Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Well, it would be cool. Guys with rocket packs on their legs, just like those video games used to have.
Why isn't there jetpacks everywhere?
Jetpacks should be everywhere.
Why are we driving to work when we could be jetpacking to work? This is silly. It's 2012.
There was a water propulsion pack
Yeah.
in the news, but that was lame.
What?
She was connected to a boat.
Are you gonna do fish from up there? That's.
And yeah, you're not going to do a good job at. Yeah, he was connected. So the way it was almost like he was parasailing. That's what they call it, right? Behind a boat where you're hanging on.
Wakeboarding.
No. When you're up in the.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So he was. I think that's where it was drawing the water from, and
Yeah, he's got a tube that connects down to the water. It's got to
Yeah.
suck the water in.
yeah,
Really? You think he's connected to a boat?
I'm pretty sure.
That's kind of cool. It'd be fun to go do have some beers and go water jetpack around.
Yeah, it'd be something you would rent.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to do the water jetpack thing for a couple hours? It'd be fun. We'll have like a duel up there or something.
What? Water jetpack duel?
Water jetpack duels.
Races.
Ooh, you know what'd be cool?
Obstacle course.
Now we're talking. Maybe,
Obstacle course. Like you gotta weave.
I was thinking water jetpack jousting somehow.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, you get knocked right out of the air.
yeah, because if your water starts spraying the other way, you're going down.
Hmm.
But would you then have a water jetpack joust?
Super soaker.
Yeah.
Spraying people out there.
Super soaker
I
party.
see it on YouTube, an actual jetpack. A guy took off, like
I
turned
think
around. And
the
landed.
problem with actual jetpacks is
They
they don't know
burn.
how to burn without killing people. Like, how do you just jetpack around? It has to be.
Yeah, you gotta wear a certain type of pants.
I get that, but then even anybody else that you're around, you can't. Jet engines can't be on right near another human, so you couldn't just like, drop down right next to work and walk in the door, revolving door. You'd.
That's what I'm picturing.
Completely
Eric.
take off. I mean, you
Just
come
people
in.
flying in on suits.
The guy in from
Hey, Susan.
cubicles over has always got a couple of burn. It'd be like the cigarette burn, except Johnny Jetpack flies in.
No, you'd have to get some sort of heat-proof shield that goes down the back of your legs, right?
But what about other people? I'm saying you have to look.
I'm not
for,
too worried about other people right now. I just
But
want
how
a
are you going
jetpack.
to do it in a big city then?
Well, we're gonna have augmented reality glasses, so it'll show every person in the sky, because all the jetpacks will be GPSed, so you'll be able to see a little circle. Ted, going to Java Bean work.
Okay.
So then you can say it'll show you the distance, because it's all GPS, right?
So
Pretty
do you
much
need-
whatever we could think of could happen.
You're right. That's Judge Dredd had this,
What, jetpacks?
didn't they?
I don't remember. I
I'm
just
pretty
remember
sure
years
they
of
used to.
law.
I think they just used to fly in like that. Jetpacks would be a nice advancement. Why couldn't they just do it with?
And I think they burn too much fuel too. That's another thing. They'll just suck up the jet fuel
So we need to run them on compost.
on air. You have a vacuum, sucking air to propel jets.
But then you would need, you still need something to power that sucker.
Batteries.
Big batteries, but batteries they have a long way to go still.
Solar powered jetpack.
Well, that puts us out of. Vancouver's not the best for solar power.
Well, you fly above the clouds.
So we'll have to go work on this in
Yeah.
Mexico.
To the drawing board.
To the drawing board we go. So what else is good? PBR. This is 2 weeks in a row. Oh, hey. Are you flipping the bird or something? Why are we... See, we're all kind of blurred right now, our faces.
No.
You don't see that.
I'm a little further away than you.
No, I think it's just the bandwidth, maybe. Look, we're blurry. Like, we don't want them to see our faces. Interesting.
Well, sorry.
Huh. So, yeah, back to that, my point. PBR.
Drink
This is what I believe PBR's new slogan is. PBR breaks, the glue that holds together the pieces of life. That's it.
I think so.
I don't know if you.
Sounds a little too good for PBR.
It's good adhesive.
And adhesive is poison.
Oh, but
PBR, drink if you got 'em.
and what if you don't?
Go get some.
That's
Lazy
good.
son of a bitch.
That's good. So now, does that slogan need to be? You say it, and then it says somebody inserts the question, and then go get some would be from.
Go get some.
You see the way I'm visualizing?
Yeah.
Kind of like a
What if you don't have any?
script.
Get some, bitch.
Yeah. Bitch would be added in the
Rated R version. Because it says bitch.
bitch. Well,
Well, the tall boys are nice though.
agreed. There's another tidbit I wanted to tell you about here.
It's full of tidbits.
I've got tidbits today. That's what it's felt like this whole week. Just tidbits of info. It seems as if I'm there already.
Frank and Louie.
This is the one I was telling you about here.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Get out of here. So did you hear about the whales that just came into?
I wish I would have seen them. I had 3 orcas
Yeah.
right in English Bay.
What do you think that means?
They're looking for jobs. They want to become whale actors.
Yeah. Yeah. This is.
They heard things that this Willie made a bunch of money and got a bunch of seals for the deal.
Yeah, I think.
We want that Willie money.
Come on.
What else could, unless they're lost, just stupid whales.
You think they just lost, eh?
We just watched that big miracle movie. It's about whales trapped in the ice. It's a true story, based on a true story.
I don't know this one.
Back in, I think, the 80s, 3 whales got trapped up in the Arctic in Alaska.
Okay.
And Greenpeace, a bunch of other people, spent days freeing them.
And they saved them.
2 of the 3. The baby one died.
Oh,
I'm just giving away the story, even though it's based on a true story.
Okay. Oh, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Great.
John Krasinski's in it and Drew Barrymore.
Oh.
And you can really feel the chemistry between the two. Their on-screen casual play is nice.
Yeah. What about the romantic play?
Well...
Oh, they don't have it. It's a kid's film?
I'm just worried about giving away the story, even though it's a true story.
Well, what do you...
Turns out they used to date.
Oh.
So in the movie,
I see.
they are no longer a thing, but you could tell they really want to get back together with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Perez guy's probably all over that. Isn't he like the... he's the new... He knows everything?
I don't know.
Well, he could answer these questions for us.
Who's Perez? President?
Perez, Johnny.
You lost me.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah. So, what was that tidbit you were?
It was the green desk. Now, had we discussed this yet?
We talked about it for a little bit. The pad of the chair powers something on the desk just by the friction.
Yeah. So, man created a desk, and he wanted it to be completely sustainable to itself, power-wise. Because, I mean, look, you can see on my desk I have computer, desk lamp, speakers, printer,
microphone,
tower, phone, number of things that plugged in. And you could have other things as well, right?
They just put like a bicycle pedals, and you just pedal your desk.
Yeah, with some hamsters running around down there. But what you have is the rolling pad that you roll around on.
Yeah.
It's fibrous.
And sounds Italian.
And sounds healthy.
Yeah.
And as you roll over it, the motion, that energy can be stored, and everything's kind of wired, right? It's all cabled together. It's one thing. So the motion from these fibers is stored as energy. There is sensory in the arms of the chair that can collect your body heat, and based on the difference between the heat of the arms of the chair and the body heat that you're giving off, that is the energy that's emitted.
Wow.
And that goes
How much
into the
can
line.
that generate?
Well, here, I'll get to that. So they also have that because you can imagine, you know how much heat a computer gives off. It's quite a lot, right? It's just wasted energy. He has a way, there's a heat pad kind of built into the table or on the table that collects the heat.
That's why you can't, males can't have them on their laps.
Yes. Well, you shouldn't.
Huh?
You shouldn't.
No.
I had
Not
for a
if
while.
you want to have children.
Yeah, it's
healthy children.
Or regular blooded children, I guess. So it connects all of these energy sources, and I believe there's another one. But then it feeds them into a system that can power, and what he's got it to at this point, it powers a desk lamp. So he's obviously not there yet, but the idea is really cool.
That's still pretty cool, though.
And he's just done this on his own, right? Like he's independent.
Really?
Yeah, he's independent.
That's awesome that there's people out there like
well,
that.
he wants a
that
big
just wanna,
company
like,
to jump on it, right? And well,
really develop the technology. That's awesome.
yeah, it's so cool. And if he could get
Thinks of that too.
if he could get a lot of money into it, if somebody could see it as an opportunity, as a economical
a
opportunity,
lot of other places.
oh, it's
like
anywhere really.
car seats.
I've always thought that it should just be, motional. The watches, how they're powered just by your motion, and the phones now even have similar things. Some of them, but all of these pieces should be your bike. You bike to work. You should have a
generator.
a generating and a pack there, which is just storing energy, where you can either power your phone or all these other devices, or something that you can bring with you and connect it to different things, and use it as you need it as a backup power.
Yeah. Little portable generator, battery pack.
Yeah.
Do you think humans are the most energy proficient machines? Meaning, like, how much it takes all of that technology to power the lamp. Where I was reading the other day that one chocolate chip gives enough calories for you to walk like 100 feet or like 100 steps.
So,
like you got to plug your computer and think of how much power that draws in, how much it takes to get that thing running.
oh, you think
Compared to us being able to eat just like small bits of food.
Yeah.
and
This
being
goes back
able
to maybe our first discussion ever with Jesse, when he was saying,
helper monkeys,
energy monkeys. Yeah,
yeah.
we're very capable. Some people, live off one little bit of rice, right?
What was it? Christian Bale, when I forget what movie it was.
Yeah, it was the Chinese flick, right?
Yeah, where he had to lose all the weight.
To be the priest? No, this is not. Sorry, I jumped the gun.
I've never seen the movie.
Okay.
But he was eating an apple a day just to get so skinny.
Oof.
And he just looks like a withered old man. Like,
yeah, but he just trained his body to be that way. He probably didn't shock it. I'm guessing he started with 12 apples.
Yeah.
And then he
that's
just
like
went down.
70 calories a day. It's disgustingly small.
I don't know how many calories a day.
No, that in an apple. It's supposed to be
oh,
calories.
okay. But I wouldn't even know how many I eat in a day.
Oh.
So it'd be tough for me to say. Yeah. But we're very capable creatures. Put ourselves through hell sometimes on purpose.
And I guess we have our own generators. We store it in fat.
Yeah.
And then your body will use that.
Yeah, why don't we take the technology from a human body and attach it to things that are maybe my desk stores fat all of a sudden, and then when I need it,
Isn't that
I
a
use it.
generator?
Well, yeah, basically, but
We need generators
yeah.
to run off of your body heat.
But we could do that with everything.
Yeah.
Those cheap solar panels everywhere. But then what are people going to be doing? This is the problem. I just have a feeling that at a certain point, you drive your efficiency down so much that all these people, which is getting bigger, don't have anything to do.
Who are these people that don't have anything to do?
All these people that can't get jobs, all these people that don't,
Oh, okay. So you mean unemployed people?
kind of.
Well, that's why we gotta develop these new industries. And
But we have to teach people. That's the thing. Because
we
once
need
you're
to
past a certain age,
well, we need to invest more in sciences and technology. I was reading the other day, the Liberal government just took away a program that sent kids from all over the province to Science World.
yeah, TELUS had to take over, didn't they?
Did they take over for it?
I don't know.
That'd be awesome if someone did.
I thought that's
That's a cool program.
yeah.
Sending, like, you gotta get kids interested in science at
It's
a young
huge.
age. At a young age, like, think of Kingsville and Harrow. They have no teachers that will recognize a student excelling in like a certain like science or something. They're gonna be like, you should really
Yeah.
look into this.
I don't think it was ever pushed in any direction.
No, there's nothing pushed ever.
You know, they just play hockey or play a sport.
And I think that's what you need. We need to open kids' eyes to more sciences that will help them get a job later in life and get them interested in those things instead of just pushing kids through.
Yeah, instead of just passing them.
Yeah.
Because you have to.
Like those teachers in Alberta.
Yeah.
Who the teacher gave a 0.
He took a stand.
And they let him go.
Yeah.
Because they have a no-zero policy.
Yeah. Even for unfinished work. Now, is it that way for us even? I know it was starting to get lenient for us.
There's kids that fail grades and...
Definitely. But I mean, do you ever remember not getting, like, you would get a 0 if you didn't hand anything in?
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
You get an F. Sure.
Yeah.
And you see it in your little progress report and it affects your grade.
Yeah, it's all part of the plan.
But somewhere along the line they thought, it's really hurting their feelings.
I don't think it's not that.
No?
No. A lot of it's about enrollment. They got to show to these parents. Well, okay, universities anyways. I don't know enough about the public school board to... Is it the public school board?
Yeah, I think it was.
See, if it's the public school board, I don't know. But these other universities, they want to show that people pass and get good jobs and go on and do whatever. So they do anything they can. They want success rates. They want smart people. So even if they have to fudge it, it doesn't do them any favors in the long run. But
the universities like that, they also cap enrollment.
Yes.
And take usually the best and brightest.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Like the higher end universities.
Yeah, you're just gonna.
But yeah, like community colleges they'll take anyone. Well, I guess no, you'll fail too if you don't do the work.
For sure.
There's a line, I guess.
You know, I was golfing with a friend just the other day, and he was telling me about this man who lived off Craigslist for a month.
I heard about that somewhere. I think it was, I don't know where.
Yeah, maybe it's a news story. I don't know if it's new.
What that means.
What it means is he
You're
didn't have
looking for-
any money. He had a phone, I think, so a phone that was internet oriented, so he could get on Craigslist. Right? He had, I'm just gonna say, a pack of gum and what clothes on his back. Everything else he had to do through Craigslist.
Yeah.
So it's like dropping somebody in the middle of
How much money did you have?
none, maybe like $5.
That's
I
it?
think. I'm guessing it was nothing.
So like, get a job.
So you'd have to get a place to crash, food. He had maybe a job, maybe just more hand-me-outs. You just have to keep going through Craigslist, and
Go to the free section,
Yeah.
get some free stuff, and then
And
go pawn it
sell
or
it.
sell it.
well, that's the old story of the eBay paperclip guy, right?
Did you go on dates through casual encounters?
He could fall in love and get married.
Hope he did.
I don't know.
Write a haiku. The haiku section.
There's a haiku section.
Should be.
We should do you know what we should do? We should do a whole show. We should have a whole night. I don't know if we can call these shows. Maybe we should just have a whole night of Craigslist talk. Because there's a lot.
How
That
so?
was fucking cool.
It's an accident.
It was cool though.
What do you mean?
I don't know. There's so much in there apparently.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to do a whole show where we talk like 40s gangsters.
40s gangs.
Yeah, you're all wet behind the ears, eh?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to do my study then.
No, I'll just talk really fast. What you gotta say, see? Come on, Eric.
It's kind of like when we play stickball. Similar. I know how to do that. You have to be a good teacher here and put in a perspective that I understand.
Yeah, like I said, you just talk really fast, see? That's it.
Like a villain.
Yeah. So Craigslist. There's creepy things on Craigslist too.
Like,
I don't know. I've just heard that.
well,
I don't post creepy things on Craigslist.
but only on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome world.
Indeed, it is. Well, my friend,
time we had here?
54.
54 minutes.
54. I don't even know what we talked about.
You know what? I
today.
forgot to send out the message beforehand that we were going live.
Were you supposed to?
Yeah, to our fans.
We have fans, or fan, we should tell you.
To the fan.
One fan. What's his name?
Sorry, Steven.
Steven.
Good thing is it'll be on Ustream and YouTube.
Yeah. Get it. And probably trending on Twitter, maybe about 27th spot for the next 3 hours. So there's a lot of potential there.
Yes.
However, when we start getting out of, I mean, we're still in the test pilot mode.
Definitely.
We're taking things slow, and as soon as we, hit our stride, look out, Scout.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Steven will be the, I don't know, I want to say maybe the producer of the show by then.
Actually, he brought up kind of what we talked about when we were in the design stage of this, hitting the street and asking questions.
Oh yes.
And putting it up on the
Yeah.
website.
What, he really enjoyed the idea?
He was like, you guys should go do this. It'll be funny.
Well,
But he says it in a British accent because he's British.
Well, a lot of the reason we haven't done that is my camera I left in Ottawa.
Oh.
Yeah, my next camera.
Just
It's
carry
in
around a
Ottawa.
laptop.
Yeah, like Asians
Talking
with
to
iPads. I don't mean that in a bad way. There's a lot of Asians that do that.
Pick up on that.
They do. I was in China and I watched them. They'll take photos with their big iPads. It's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. Why not? I mean,
Well,
it takes
they probably
good photos.
just took one off the line.
Very possible.
Not bad.
They're
Or their kids brought it home for them from work.
potentially. It's all there.
Wow, I don't see many out here. I'll tell you that. I see like the odd guy on the bus, or one guy at my work in the cafeteria.
iPads, yeah. It's more, well, the phones are here are much more smartphony, if I can say this,
Yeah.
because
I
in China
agree.
they don't have the networks there for it yet.
Plus, why would they use the internet when they can't get cool sites?
That's true.
You know they don't allow anything about time travel.
There's a
was
few
I telling
things.
you about
Who else
that?
did they ban? Was it Lady Gaga? And there was another.
Yeah, it was like
There's another funny band that I thought they.
MC Hammer.
Yeah, MC Hammer's good in China.
Yeah, he's huge.
Oh,
in China,
he's
eh?
good, I'm sure.
So-
But yeah, you did tell me about time travel. So they banned time travel?
Yeah, you can't look up Back to the Future in China. Like, what if you wanted to find out a line from Back to the Future?
Marty is
Yeah.
not happy. I'm sure he's not. That's unfortunate because it's a great film.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in China that would probably love to watch that.
Well, and if they saw the skateboard that he rides, they would probably invent it.
Yeah, why don't we have that yet, China?
Because forget the jetpack. Why don't we have the skateboard?
Hoverboards. Holy.
Oh.
It's
Those-
2012.
and that, when did they film that?
Well,
I think
That was 85 or something. Now that they figured out this Higgs boson stuff, they should
They
be
can
able
do
to figure out
anything.
anti-gravity, right?
Yeah,
They'll reverse this.
just reverse the whole concept.
Yep. Simple.
Simple as. Well,
Hoverboards.
hoverboards would be. Would you rather? Okay, now if instead of a hoverboard, you know how they have longboards and skateboards.
Yeah.
Would the longboard version of a hoverboard be a magic carpet?
Oh.
That'd be pretty cool. Taking dates,
Actually, you could
taking a date on a magic carpet. I mean, I've always been jealous of Aladdin.
Aladdin was a pimp of that.
That's it, and it's only because you found that genie. But that's fair enough.
That magic carpet was probably so soiled. Just all kinds of bodily fluids on it.
I'm sure Aladdin was a bit of a heartthrob with it, for sure. It's tough not to be.
Yeah. I was actually watching a YouTube video today talking about magic carpets back in the day. King Solomon it's written in the ancient writings that he had a magic carpet.
Based on what? What kind of magic?
Oh, I don't know. Just flew around on his carpet. Like
What were these
high
guys
all day.
smoking? King
Yeah,
Solomon.
they're just sitting in the middle of the room,
Yeah, on a
tripping out.
man. Solomon's flying.
You
Look
should
at
see
him.
King Solomon's magic carpet.
Yeah.
Shit is awesome.
There's only one way you enter the room, and that's after spending it 2 hours in the green room, and, and then you get to go in and sit with Solomon on his carpet.
For a magic carpet ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, turns out there's a lot of ancient texts that refer to flying objects.
Probably because they're so amazed by anything that got off the ground.
Yeah, but they knew what birds were.
Well, yeah, I'm not suggesting that, but I'm talking about things like coming through the atmosphere or.
Yeah, it could be like a meteor streaking through the sky.
So imagine we didn't know anything about that, yet they happened every once in a while.
Yeah,
We would just freak out.
The sky would just you've seen like meteors go through the
Yeah.
videos of the sky just lights up.
Yeah, and especially when you don't have city lights, then you see meteors anywhere, and every night you'd be seeing shooting stars, so you would have a lot to talk about because you wouldn't get it.
That's probably the most interesting that would ever happen to you. Interesting thing, like that is if you're not.
That's far beyond understanding for sure.
Yeah.
But they all accredited it to some god, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's like Aegis is he's not happy with what you did today. That's why he did that.
Yeah.
Or we're celebrating my birthday, so this is why there's so many. Your birthday's in a
The
month.
sky lit up
Yeah.
for me.
What do you think happened with the eclipse back then?
Oh, they probably thought of the end of the world, getting dark in the middle of the day, and the sun just like burning ring.
Yeah, that would be weird. But I mean, hey, we got to put ourselves in their shoes. We don't have any education around this. No technology.
Electricity.
We'd just be going. We'd just be, wow, this is nuts.
You shower 4 times a year. You're just stinky and shitty and.
That's normal though.
No.
Everybody's that way.
What?
Everybody would be this way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be abnormal. You're acting as if it's gross. It's normal.
It's disgusting.
No, it's not.
I love to shower every day
I do too. I shower often.
and use the toilet
But
and toilet paper.
you're comparing things that are incomparable.
Oh, I know.
So you have to put yourself in their shoes. You have to, or sandals or bare feet. You have to put yourself in their bare feet.
Or yeah.
So they do not have any of this. So it's normal. There's no problem.
They don't know any better,
No,
yeah.
well, why? Maybe it's not better. Going back to contrarian.
That's better.
Zest is our other sponsor. Okay, but my point is limited knowledge of everything. Everything's normal, but you have these things zipping around in the sky. You're going to write about them.
Yeah. On some sort of deer hide,
Yeah.
probably in blood.
Yeah.
But how can you write if you really can't read?
You
A
understand?
lot of people back then probably couldn't read.
Well, probably only the rich or the powerful were writing.
Where do you think? How did language start? Like,
Well, the need to communicate, right? We're
Yeah.
humans, and you go a little while without communicating, and you go nuts.
so that's why the
So-
hole in prison is the worst thing you can.
Yeah, you figure out, you know
Your mind will take over. And
inside that you need to communicate, and so
Yeah.
one way or another, whether it's
intrinsic.
physical or emotional or just verbal or whatever, you gotta communicate. And I think over time, it's just something that was established.
Well, I wouldn't say you. I guess I think you just need to be more in presence of people. Because what about people that can't
That's
talk
communication,
or see?
right?
Yeah.
They communicate though,
True. Sign language.
and presence has communication.
Presence. Yeah. You can definitely know when someone else is in the room.
Yeah. Well, that was a good end tangent. I like that. I think King Solomon was onto something.
Drugs.
Well,
Baby, write my magic carpet. Come on. I'm a king.
First 2 hours in the room though. And have a little smoky, then
Actually-
come in.
Yeah, he is a king. He probably had a bunch of women.
Mm. Yeah, but I'm sure the conversation would start the same way with each of them. A little smoky smoke in the room.
You better eat this. It's an exotic mushroom. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Test 03.
Yeah, well, I'm just on my beer too, so it's perfect.
I'm at the tip.
Well,
Till next time.
yeah, we'll try to get a guest.
This week there's still lots of news pouring out.
Yeah.
So
Big things are happening.
Big things are in the works. It's good. It's good. This time next week, I have a feeling it's gonna be Wild Turkey. Is our sponsor. We're working on a contract with them to be the number one sponsor for at least the next 4 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, big.
It's good.
4 nights. I talked to him and I said, listen, meet up with a friend and we just talk and we tape it. Give us
a bottle. Put it in the shot.
Yeah. So we might be there next week.
Cool.
Just giving that's just it's cliffhanger.
And that is how it goes down.
That's how it goes down in the thought experiment.
Man, thought experience, eh?